Hi, I'm Vinny Choinski, founder and principal analyst with Triptych Info. In this video, I'm going to chat with Mark and Kelsie about highlights from a paper I recently completed called Combat Cost, Improve Efficiency, and Reduce Business Risk in Your Unstructured Data Environment with Congruity360. Mark, I know we've known each other for quite some time, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about your role and what you're currently focused on.
Vinny, thanks so much for having us. From a role perspective, I'm responsible for the field organization and all elements of customer care. From an execution point of view, really, Vinny, what we've done is we've looked at what customers are struggling with. And no doubt, the biggest item that folks are struggling with right now is unstructured data. As the friends at Gartner and IDC attest, up to 90% of the world's data is unstructured. And yet it doesn't have all of the granular data management characteristics that the world has produced for the structured world. So our mission is to provide unstructured data management, to the customers that need it, which are pretty much everybody in the marketplace.
Kelsie, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role?
Sure. I am on our product management team. I'm one of Incident Sight's product managers. So I just work closely with our analysts and our customers to really develop this product that we've brought to market that we really feel bridges a gap, like Mark said.
Makes a lot of sense. And, unstructured data management is clearly, it's not new to IT. It's not a new concept. However, if you take your eyes off the ball for even a short period of time, it can quickly turn into a management nightmare. Mark, what are your customers telling you about the current challenges in this space?
Our initial go-to-market was focused on governance, risk, and compliance, protecting those people with privacy concerns, with sensitive data concerns, whether it be around IP, whether it be around personal identifiers like credit cards, bank account numbers, phone numbers, emails, etc. What's happened is the explosion in unstructured data management has kind of created multiple new use cases for our solution. I'll start with, kind of the motherhood and apple pie answer, and that's security. Risk and security go hand in hand, and our ability through our Insights platform to provide data security posture management characteristics and help customers fix, kind of glaring weaknesses in their security management is big. Secondarily, the infrastructure optimization needs caused by unstructured data management or unstructured data growth, rather, are significant. In particular, I look at, traditional NAS and object storage, the fact that not all data should be treated equally, particularly when you look at the costs associated with tier 1 NAS. So being able to identify rot, redundant, obsolete, and trivial data and place that in the appropriate tier in your storage and infrastructure is super important for cost savings. And the next piece of the equation that's just come up over the past year is the AI wave. It makes no sense to feed your AI engines based upon their cost of the GPUs and the associated storage with copies of the same data or data that is obsolete based upon the application information you're trying to solve for. So security, GRC, traditional GRC use cases, infrastructure optimization, on-prem and in the cloud, and then just having the ability to know what data belongs where, when, and under what control mechanism is something that we've done for, as you know, decades in the structured world, and yet the unstructured world is our biggest storage and information asset. We need to treat it equally.
Yeah, and, at the surface, managing the unstructured data might seem straightforward, right? However, I think the scaled and the siloed nature of these environments can make it almost impossible to manage without really detailed visibility, automation, and the ability to deploy consistent policies across the board. Kelsie, you walked me through a great demo when I was creating the paper, but what are you seeing from your customers, or what features are your customers leveraging in the real world when it comes to managing cost or combating cost and reducing risk?
You just started to touch on it, kind of breaking down the silos. First and foremost, our comprehensive support of both legacy and cloud sources is a huge feature of ours that a lot of our customers rely on. And then outside of our ability just to scale in those multi-petabyte environments to really help manage that unstructured data growth. It's really the comprehensive and multidimensional reporting that we bring from just a surface scan to get you started. It combines your traditional metadata analysis that a lot of other players are providing you, but giving it that extra dimension of overlaying it with proprietary risk analysis, key security indicators, and things like that to really not only optimize your infrastructure and save cost, but also, get you started with immediate ROIs and action plans to ultimately drive those initiatives that customers are just getting stalled on.
Sure. I think it's right in line with what I'm seeing from some of my other research. So, the last question I think is a bit of a two-parter. We talked about the Smart Data Challenge. Mark, what is the Smart Data Challenge and what led you to create the offering?
Our objective is always to assist our clients and our partners in discovering really I'll call it the pain points that are causing them discomfort. Obviously, we want to be the aspirin supplier to that pain point. The pain points that we're uncovering in the industry around unstructured data are around cost, they're around risk, they're around the right data at the right time for the right use case. And as such, one of the things that Kelsey's team has done a great job on, and really allows us a unique advantage versus some of the, I'll call it legacy solutions that have been in the marketplace, is we often take advantage of our API and our clients' source data APIs to do things better, faster, and less expensively. As you said, there is just literally hundreds of different unstructured data sources where and whenever possible, we are able to integrate with the API versus doing a traditional, I'll call it file scan or crawl. We deliver an enormous performance and granular data discovery advantage to our clients. Currently, I think, Kelsie, we're over 35 different metadata attributes that are collected as part of our deep scan. We turn those into very powerful dashboards that allow our partners and our clients to navigate where to put their, I'll call it IT ammunition, in play to solve these problems. And the great thing is, and I'm going to take the opportunity to kind of spell it out, the Smart Data Challenge gives you the evidence package. It actually shows you where your opportunities for improvements are. And fortunately, we have an integrated actions product that once you identify where those problems are, in one single pane of glass, you're able to remediate those pain points. So we've kind of got the right product at the right time for a market, as you know, Vinny, is growing astronomically.
It sounds like a great way to start to get your hands around your unstructured data environment. So it makes a lot of sense to me. Kelsie, I know you spend time with customers and actually analyze some of the data that comes back from these reports and the Smart Data Challenge. What surprises you the most when you look at that data?
I think what surprises me the most probably is the disconnect between different stakeholders and what expectation versus reality is. Sometimes it's an over assumption of how protected their data is or not protected, or how much data they even have, or how much data they don't have. So it really has been kind of an eye-opening experience as we get out there and offer these challenges, just to look at your data holistically, the facts and fact finding that they're doing that they just didn't have insight to before. That never stopped being surprising.
Yeah, Vinny, if I just add on top of Kelsey's points, it's really interesting for us when we engage with clients who have had some sort of nefarious attack, whether it be ransomware or another type of impact, where their data has actually been put at risk. They would obviously want to figure out how to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Right.
Often our customers come to us through that learning curve. The discovery that the Smart Data Challenge provides them in identifying where the risk exists, who are the application owners, who are the file owners, when was that data originally created, has it been modified, is that data in an open share that is readily available to the rest of the network? It'll blow your mind in terms of what we are able to discover and immediately give impact analysis to the customer to fix open problems today. And more importantly, one of the things, and Vinny, you know me, I'm a storage guy through and through. The reality of it is there's a better way to manage unstructured data. Don't just put everything into one big, box and hold it forever. You need to have the same types of understanding of data value. And we do that through, what we believe is the world's leading data classification engine. So the Smart Data Challenge gives us an opportunity to show the evidence. Our actions allow us to take immediate remediated actions on that data. And then our classification platform gives us the opportunity to keep that unstructured world operating its highest level of efficiency and its lowest cost.
I think you're highlighting the challenges that keep coming back in a cyclical manner in this space. So
yeah,
I think we've touched on a lot of the highlights from this report, and I'd like to take a second to thank anybody that's watching the video and just remind them that the full review that we did is going to be available on the Congruity website, and they can find it there if they'd like to learn a little bit more.
Outstanding. Thanks, Vinny.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vinny.